you have a mentor for sales? And if yes, do you recall some lessons you learned from them? I've had some great sales leaders over the years. I wrote about a couple of them in my book. A guy I don't think I've written about before. He wasn't actually a leader, but he was sort of a mentor. In that same company where I got into the mortgage business, big company, one of the best sales teams, one of the best guys on that sales team I was lucky enough to sit next to, a guy named Jason Pace. And we called him the Pace Setter, the Pace Car. And I remember asking my boss, like, hey, sit me next to the top guy on your team. And I remember putting $100 down on this guy's desk. And I probably got 10 years on him, I don't know, something like that. I was a little older when I got into the business. But he looked at me and he's like, who is this new guy, right, that just put money down on my desk? And, and I said, hey, I'm going to take you down this month. And he was game, right? He was like, all right, let's get it on. And I think that month I wrote 30 loans or 32 loans, and he wrote one more than me. And it was a great experience, though, because I got to watch that guy in and out, what his sales tactics were, how he used the systems, what his personal schedule was, right? I followed him, right? I like to think that I pushed him a little bit as well that first month. But I learned a lot from him. One of the first things I learned was, man, I was naive. I was awfully nice. I thought everybody was going to say yes, and I thought every deal was a deal, and if they told me they wanted to talk on Tuesday, I would talk on Tuesday. What I learned was that, hey, I got the same amount of conversion ratio, probably, right? I don't remember if I talked to more people, but the results were very, very similar within one loan of each other. I had to outwork that dude, Jason Pace, though, by at least, 10 to 15 hours per week, right? So the equivalent of 2 extra business days I had to put in, right? Effort times skill equals success. And I had to increase my effort so much because my skill level was not there. That guy, Jason, was a closing machine. Like, he would get you to say yes or say no, and he wouldn't say it slow. So he would get people, off the fence quickly. And he got enough of them off the fence that day to say yes. So that he didn't need to stay until midnight sometimes I would stay to. It was ridiculous. So he was able to get done what he needed to in a much shorter time span, and that was one of the best lessons I've ever learned, right? I'm not afraid to ask for the business now. I'm not afraid to push and say, hey, what's going to be different on Tuesday than today, right? Are you really thinking about it, or are you just scared to make a decision? Because let me make it easier for you. What do you need in order to say yes today, right? So I'm not afraid to push a little harder now because of Jason Pace. So thank you, the Pace Setter.